Pharmacodynamics, effective, affordable healthcare.
Now, are there any risks associated with the treatment? Are there any side effects that people should be aware of?
When the first erection drug came on the market, there was lots of reports of people that died after they took the drug.
Really?
It was a sort of a blue pill, and that tablet and all the others in that class of drugs are not dangerous, except if you abuse them and misuse them. If you take an overdose, if you had a heart attack 2-3 weeks ago, I mean, your body is not really ready to have sex.
Right.
So yes, there were people that died while they were having sex, but it was not because they took the pills. It was for other reasons. All drugs have side effects.
Right.
These drugs also have side effects as a class, and the main ones is it can give you a headache. It can also cause a bit of a stuffiness in your nose and sort of facial flushing, and what we call dyspepsia, a sort of awkward feeling in your stomach.
Okay.
And there's one of the longer acting erectile dysfunction drugs that can also cause a bit of backache and muscle ache. But interesting, when these drugs were well researched and all the trials were done, those that were on the placebo tablets, because they always put people on the active and a placebo, the percentage of them that withdrew from the trials because of side effects were exactly the same in the active group and in the placebo group. So it tells you that these side effects are transient, it's not important to the people, and most of them live with it. There's one absolute contraindication for taking these erection pills, and that is when you take a nitrate. Now, nitrates are the tablets that people often put under their tongue or drink for angina. That's heart cramps.
Right.
And these erection tablets and those nitrates potentiate one another, so they should not go together, because it can cause a massive fall in blood pressure and really be very detrimental to your health. And this is a worrying thing too, that we see men taking these drugs recreationally. So they don't really have an erection problem.
They just take
and
them.
they believe that if they take these erection drugs, it will give them a better erection, which is not true, because it's completely subjective. It's perhaps, again, a placebo effect. But then these guys go to the clubs, and not necessarily even to clubs, but then they use what is known as poppers, which is amyl or butyl nitrate.
And what does that
so
do?
that butyl or amyl nitrate is exactly like a nitrate that people put under their tongue. So they don't know that this poppers that they sniff or inhale is a nitrate. And now they've taken this drug when they don't have an erection for recreational purposes, and the two drugs can potentiate one another. So it is very, very dangerous, and therefore we also advise people not to take these drugs when they don't have erectile dysfunction. Last week, one of the eminent people in the field also said, if a person claims that an erectile dysfunction drug gave them a better erection when they took it for recreational purposes, they actually already had an erectile difficulty or problem. Because in a normal man, it would not give you a better erection.
Would it do anything in someone who didn't have erectile dysfunction?
Actually not. There is claims, but it's claims. It's not well researched, because people companies won't research this, that it might, what we call, shorten your refractory phase. That's just the ability of a man to go another round, if you want to put it that way. And then some people claim that it is also easier to get an erection once they've taken these drugs. But we absolutely advise people not to take these drugs for recreational purposes.
Pharmacodynamics, effective, affordable healthcare.